Randall. I thought we'd talk today a little bit about flexibility and explore flexibility in forward folds. That's usually the way that many people measure their flexibilities, whether they can bend down and touch the floor or touch your toes. So I'll try to do that today and explore some ways to do that more effectively, perhaps. So I'd like for you to think of flexibility as a strength. It's not just something you have, but it's something that you develop and cultivate, just like you cultivate strength by lifting weights at the gym, okay? The exercises that we want to do to cultivate strength in our legs are going to help us with our flexibility in these forward folds and increase your awareness also. So, straighten your legs and keep them straight. That's really one of the key actions that you're going to be doing in any pose that's got a notion of flexibility about it. So, to straighten your leg, you have to use the muscles on either side of your thigh, basically. It's just one way of thinking about it. Hopefully it's helpful. So, muscles on the top of your thigh, the quadriceps, are what lift your foot up to make the leg straight. And notice when your leg's straight, that's when the distance from your foot to your hip is also at its maximum. So anything less than straight means your foot is closer to your hip than it would be when it's fully extended, all right? So, in order to cultivate some muscles, some strength in these muscles, the quadriceps, some nice things to do are just, maybe you just take the foot back behind you so that the knee's bent and you're just pressing the ball of your foot isometrically into the floor to engage, just to feel what these muscles are doing when they're working. Okay? Just pressing your foot into the floor might be a nice exercise, which it may be an exercise in flexibility just to take your foot back to this position. Another nice exercise is to just sit and hold the back of your thigh with both hands, with your hands interlaced along your hamstrings. Firm your muscles and lift up through the chest. And then spread your toes and press your thigh into your hands as you extend your foot forward. So you're just feeling the muscles again working on the quadriceps on the top of your thigh that lift your foot up. Okay, so just practice doing that a few times, 5, 10 times on a regular basis. That might be your flexibility exercise for a while till you get the muscles strong enough to lift your foot up. Okay, so you can think of flexibility as being like working at the gym, lifting weights. When you first tried that 300-pound weight, it might have been a bit of a challenge, but as you kept working at it, eventually 300 pounds got light for you. Same way with lifting your foot up. It might seem like it's 300 pounds when you're lifting it up, but as you keep working at it, these muscles are going to get strong enough to eventually lift your foot up like that until your leg's straight. Okay? But you also want to cultivate the muscles on the back of your leg. The ability to straighten your leg and keep it straight depends on the strength of the back of your leg as well, the hamstrings. So a nice exercise to do for developing the power in your back of your legs is to stand on, use a chair, something you have around the house, a table, washing machine. I like to use a washing machine. That works really well for me. Work your way up to washing machine level in these poses. Heel on the seat. Press the heel into the seat and pull it back toward you to fire up the muscles along the back of your leg. Okay? So just pulling back that heel back is a great isometric exercise to cultivate the ability to engage these muscles. And that helps to stabilize your knee when you want to keep it straight. Okay? Pulling the heel back. Holding it for 4 or 5 nice, smooth, easy breaths, and releasing. You can work on the heel at different angles just to cultivate a little more power throughout a wider range of motion. Heel in, pull it back, hold it for 4 or 5 breaths. If you need to use a wall or something to brace yourself, so you can just focus on getting the strength in your legs. Maybe you work your way up to putting it on something higher, pulling the heel back, just cultivating the strength at different ranges of motion like that. So, Another nice action to add into your repertoire is holding the hand, wrapping around the back of your thigh, firming the muscles, spreading your toes wide. Then you're going to widen your hamstrings out to the side, so you're rolling your fingertips out and around. It's a nice alignment action that actually shortens the distance you have to move your hamstring. Grab it, wrap it out to the side, and press your foot forward to straighten your leg. Okay? So you're using the quads, lifting the foot up. Now, what if you're holding your foot and you want to straighten your leg? Your foot, let's say, is fixed. It can't go forward. So in order to straighten your leg, you're going to have to move your hip back to get your length, your leg at its maximum length, right? So do this. Grab your hamstring, squeeze it to the thigh, widen it out to the side, and then move your hip back away from your foot to straighten your leg. Okay? So that action of moving your hip back to straighten your leg, you can add that component in to the lifting of your quads for like a super flexible action. So you're pressing using the quads and the hip moving back to get your leg length to its maximum. Okay? Put those two together, practice them for a few days, a few weeks. It's just like any other strength exercise. It takes time to develop, maybe months or years you can play with these things. Start to put them together into getting the legs straight, using the quads, keeping the muscles active around the knee on both sides, lifting it up, forward folding, any other pose you can do. You cultivated that capacity to straighten your leg. Right? Whether it's something silly like that, or just a regular forward fold. Your legs are straight, keep a natural curve in your low back. Quads are working, backs of my thighs are working to keep that knee straight. Firm the legs. Inhale, lengthen up. Keep the legs straight. Fold forward. Just go forward as far as you can. Keep the power in your legs engaged. Come back up at the flat back. Keep the legs engaged. All the way up. So just like poses at the gym, lifting weights at the gym, a forward fold might take all your strength. You might just be able to go down this far and keep your legs straight until you can work your way up to it. So have fun with it.